Hi Gary, first I want to thank you for your overnight sensation video. All your stuff is great, but the overnight sensation video, when I get discouraged, I watch it and it kicks my ass. Thank you. The nonprofit sector is broken. Money controls everything. And for the nonprofit sector to change, and there hasn't been a unique idea, a brilliant idea, a disruptive idea in so long, it needs to change. And one of the examples that I like to use is coffee kiosks. Here's a coffee kiosk at YouTube. In Google, they're almost every 150 feet. They're common at most startups. You got free yogurt and free milk and free Red Bull and all kinds of free stuff. Here is our coffee kiosk. I'm CMO of a large nonprofit upstate New York. And it's not that we don't care any less about our employees. There's no funding. There's no funding for even free coffee. So the problem is the top. And how do we change that? How do we get funders to have a startup mentality? If you look at the startup world, Twitter, Uber, Airbnb, these are ideas that might be considered radical, different, disruptive, but somebody funded them and they funded free coffee along with it. We are not going to see change in the nonprofit sector until the funding streams change that empower us to do the work. How can those of us in the nonprofit sector that care, how can we explain that? How can we affect change? How can this top-down change come into the nonprofit sector?
You want to take a shot at this one? The answer to that is you've got to be blunt. You've got to go out and find some angels. Some people that you have reason to believe are interested in your non-for-profit and have some funds, have some ability, maybe they have a store, maybe they have money or something. And you have to get them and you have to be frank with them and do just what you're saying. We're trying to do all these things. We've got all these people volunteering, but we need some startup money here. We need some angel to help us get through this until we can have a larger thing. And if you beat around the bush with people, they'll say, well, I'll give you a small gift or something. No, I really need your help, big help.
I got something to add on this. You mentioned Uber, Airbnb, and Twitter. These are the top 0.01% of startups. I know many startups. This startup, my company, started in the conference room of another company, and I guess we stole their free coffee and things of that nature. But the interesting thing is, Robinhood and many other organizations have a lot of money. They have a lot of money. My biggest problem is there's a lot of NGOs that I know that have a lot of money and are wasting it or not deploying enough a percentage against the right thing. So I think we need to be a little bit careful here. There's thousands of startups that don't have free coffee. You're also talking about people being incentivized by capitalism. The reason people write checks to Google and Uber and Airbnb is because they want to make money back. And I think you have to play the reverse game in NGO, which is much like the narrative of your life. And I've always known, since I was a young man, because I always believed I'd be successful, that the things that would capture my attention, though I've become very involved in Charity Water, and I've become very involved in Pencils of Promise, and through Matt Higgins, have been involved with you guys and done stuff here for Vayner for you guys as well, with Autism Speaks.
Matt Higgins is on our board.
I'm very aware. I know, with all that being said, that the things that get the most of my attention will be the things that affect me. Now I can finally say it because very recently my brother announced, my partner in this company, VaynerMedia, that he's going to be leaving in a month because he has Crohn's disease. Wow. And he doesn't, and the pressure of it all is the one thing, and he just wants to be proactive. Luckily everything's okay, but he's just projecting and being smart. That is something that's pulling at my heart. In the same way that my money investing in a company pulls at my wallet, Crohn's is going to pull at my heart because it affects me. You need to go out and find the things that you're solving for. Who are the 5,000 wealthiest? That's the truth. People that are affected by the issue because your conversion rate is going to be better. And I don't accept, and I love you and thank you for watching the show, but I do not accept this notion that you're going to compare yourself to the 5 or 6 biggest internet companies in the world, where I can take this camera with Stefan right now and walk down the street and show you real shitty offices from startups that didn't get that funding and are grinding. And guess what? Google, and I was at Twitter. I was at Twitter when there was 11 people in that office. It looked like crap. After they won, it looked nicer. Google tried to sell their company for a couple $100,000 to Yahoo. Their office wasn't amazing at the time. So we need to be careful of how we contextualize ourselves as well.